Charisse Rowe loves the Jamaican food and drinks served at her University City Pick. For oxtail, plantains, and a range of juices, she recommends Irie Entree.
Irie Entree expresses what we think a true, authentic Jamaican cuisine should be. We wanted to bring a piece of Jamaica to Philadelphia.
If you're familiar with what Jamaican cuisine is in the United States, it's mainly a corner shop vibe. Well, the way Irie Entree differs from that, we are an upscale casual dining restaurant, full service. The name Irie Entree is really Irie, which is a Jamaican name for everything is good. It's a vibe. That's what Irie stands for.
For the entree, you could never go wrong with the oxtails. The oxtails are succulent, meat falling off the bone is very excellent.
Our ultimate goal is to have guests come in, experience that authentic Jamaican vibe, and leave with that desire of wanting to repeat always.
Charisse, Irie is a taste of home for you. So why did you pick it?
Both of my parents are from Jamaica, and just going to Irie Entree, you're really getting an authentic taste of Caribbean cuisine.
And Irie has a special meaning in patois.
Irie is basically everything's good, cool. It's just a vibe and an energy, and hopefully you felt that when you attended the restaurant.
For first-timers who aren't familiar with Jamaican cuisine, you have a few recommendations. What are some of your go-to dishes?
Yeah, so my go-to dish, one, would be the oxtails. You get a large portion of oxtails. You can have it with rice and peas or white rice. And then I would also suggest the jerk wings and the escabeche fish.
So one of your recommendations was the wings, which I know that Michael and Jeff, you both had some wings. Did you try the jerk seasoning, or what kind of seasoning did you get in your wings?
We did the pineapple jerk wings, and I'm not normally a wing guy. We ordered several entrees, including the wings, and they were great. They had the pineapple jerk sauce. The wings were very tender. They weren't deep fried. And there was a little extra sauce on the side with this and some of the other dishes that if you wanted to punch it up a little bit with the flavor, they were great. They disappeared very quickly.
And how were your wings?
We also got the same wings, and I wouldn't even say they were fried. I feel like, I don't know how they were cooked, but they were amazing, and when I had my first bite, the whole thing just fell off the bone into my mouth, and on my shirt.
On your shirt.
And all over me.
Some napkins, please.
Yeah. But I have never had wings like that before.
And for an entree, Jeff, you had the snapper.
I did, and I did not have it escabeche. I had it with the jerk seasoning. We were adventuresome. There were 5 of us there, and we said, okay, we need to dive in here, and because none of us were really familiar with Jamaican beside jerk seasoning. So my wife had the oxtail, I had the snapper with the jerk seasoning, mango chicken, ackee and saltfish, and curry goat. So everything was really good, but my fish, I was the last one to order, and like Michael, sometimes I'll ask the server, I said, what do you suggest? And after everybody else had ordered, I said, I think I'd like to try the snapper jerk seasoning, and she just gives me a knowing smile, like, yeah, that's the one. And it was delicious. I mean, if you're intimidated by having a whole fish in front of you, it's not your dish. But
did it come with any sides?
There were plantains. They have like a little cabbage slaw, for lack of a better term, with all the dishes, and then a little bit of extra sauce, and it was great. It was worth the effort to, pick the flesh off a whole fish. It was delicious.
Now, you mentioned the ackee and saltfish. So ackee is Jamaica's national fruit, so it's actually a fruit, And the saltfish just adds, well, Americans would call that codfish. We call it saltfish because of the, the salt content. And so that dish is actually cooked down with onions and red peppers, and it just creates like a nice variety, like burst of taste. So it's very pleasing to the palate. So you were actually eating one of the national dishes of Jamaica.
Michael, how were your entrees?
We got the oxtail and the quarter jerk chicken with plantains. Same exact experience, but on a larger scale from the chicken wings. The jerk chicken was amazing. I loved how spicy it was. It was like it brought the heat for me, and I enjoyed the entire thing. And the oxtail, I feel like I put my fork in it, and it was like. It was just, I think it melted before it even hit my mouth, and I really enjoyed it. Then the plantains were also like an incredible little treat.
Now, they have a really eclectic drink menu. What kind of drinks did you try, Jeff?
We had a couple of mojitos. One was a more traditional lime mojito with curacao. I had one with passion fruit. A friend of ours had the pineapple cosmopolitan, and they were great. They were a nice start. The pineapple and the passion fruit were just like a nice little fruity thing to start off the meal. They were good.
Michael, what did you get for drinks?
A mango rosé. It was really refreshing. I love any kind of tropical fruit, and having that as a way to start the meal was the perfect welcome to the Caribbean.
Well, it can sometimes be a really bumpin' place. I know that they have great music. It's very lively. It can get really busy. Was it busy when you were there?
It was very busy. We went around 6:30 or 7 on a Saturday night, and we ate upstairs, and it was very vibey. It was Irie. And I had a hard time hearing from the music, but like everyone there seemed to be really enjoying it, and I was just like, I can get into this.
It's a high energy dinner place. Yeah. Jeff, what did you think about the prices?
I thought they were very reasonable. The portion sizes were quite large. Again, could have used a couple more wings, but it is what it is. But no, I thought it was a really good value, and we had fun. It's not the type of place that probably we would have sought out on our own. So, thanks to Check Please for plugging us in, and we had a great time. Yeah, we want to expose you all to like new experiences and to try something different, to step outside of that comfort zone and experience something new. Well, Charisse, Irie Entree was your pick. Sum it up for us.
I definitely would say Irie Entree for me and for others is a Caribbean oasis away from home, where everything is just Irie.
Jeff, sum up your experience.
For us, it was just like a little getaway to the islands. I mean, the music was thumping, the food was great. It was just different flavors and just a really nice vibe. And I noticed a nice little outdoor space, too, that I'm sure is probably hopping in the summer.
Michael, what are your final thoughts?
I think if you're looking for a real authentic Caribbean experience, I think that this is definitely the place to go. Also, like, you're not going to find meat tenderized like this anywhere else. I think that everyone should experience it if they can.
Check out Irie Entree for yourself, located at 4001 Chestnut Street in Philadelphia, 215-756-4925. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $30.